Last Marble Race's top two was Aqua Runners and Furious Foresters. Will they be able to keep their streak as we go into the second round of this Teamwork Marble Race tournament? Hello everybody, I'm Alex B, your trusty marble racing commentator. Just a quick recap at last week's qualifying standings. Spooky Pumpkins coming in at first with 36 seconds, but failed to impress in the actual race. And speaking of which, he's going to be the first one down the track in the qualifying match. Let's see if he can get a first place match once again. There he goes in that first funnel. And I noticed these types of funnels take slightly longer for the marbles to go down compared to last week's ones. It does give the race a little bit more of that action that the audience certainly craves, especially during these times. There he goes down that second funnel. 32 seconds, but because it's a different track, we cannot compare last week's results to this one. And 38:13 is what he begins with, and that is the current time to beat. There goes Furious Foresters. Let's see if he could do better after suffering a brutal fall in last week's qualifying. 12 seconds in and nearly halfway down that first funnel. I heard from the ground that the marbles actually train more for the qualifying than the actual race. I think it's because the marbles really take pride in their final time. Definitely a big motivator in the actual race. There he goes in the second funnel, 32 seconds in. Will he beat Spooky Pumpkin's time down that Plinko maze? And so close yet so far, finishing with a time of 38:43. And just a tad back from Spooky Pumpkin's Salty Scrooges now giving their go. They really need to give it all they got. They only got one shot to get that spot in the starting gate. There he goes, skimming the edge. Definitely one of the most intense parts. You hold your breath as they go over that ramp with a chance of falling down that green path and into that last funnel where things count the most. 29 seconds in. Down that stairs, 32, down that Plinko maze, stalling a little bit, but 34:65 is going to be our new record. And I really think his effort in the Plinko maze is what really helped him get ahead. The things in this track that'll really make or break your chances is that green path and the Plinko maze. I noticed most of the marbles finish roughly the same time in the funnels, but it's those two sections where the marbles really have to make calculated decisions. There he goes now down the green path, stalling there in the center. That's really going to impact his time into the final funnel. But will he be able to keep his cool and try to set for a good time? Clears the blue funnel relatively quickly down that Plinko maze. And 37:31. Had it not been for that stall in the green path, I'm sure he would have beaten Salty Scrooges. The Swift Speeders now, they weren't so speedy in the last week. Let's see if they can improve today. There he goes, close to skimming the edge. An intense part for not only the audience, but for the competitors as well. Down that ramp, stalling a little down the green path, not as bad as Aqua Runners. Now going down that final stretch. You can hear the Swift Speeders really cheering him on. Down that Plinko maze. He can't afford any stalls, and it's not bad with a time of 37:35. And now the veteran of M&H Racing, Golden Viper. A marble that got first place more than anyone else, I believe, in M&H Racing history. But he did not do so well in last week's round of this marble race tournament. There he goes down that ramp. Taking some time there down that green path. Almost as bad as Aqua Runners. I'm certainly not impressed by that. Golden Viper now in that final funnel. 32 seconds in. Let's see if he can make... I don't think he'll be able to make a new record. But it's good enough to avoid the bottom two. I can tell though, Golden Viper really hasn't been focused on his training lately. I'm not sure what he's been doing on his spare time. Maniac Monsters now our 7th marble in this qualifying round. Close to skimming the edge of that dish now. Maniac Monsters failed to impress in last week's qualification. Let's see if he can improve today. The best competitors learn from their mistakes in the last round and study the alternate methods to prevent that mistake from happening again. And let's see if Maniac Monsters has applied it today. That's certainly when the worst can make you the best. Not too bad there in that Plinko maze, but it's not enough to crack those 2 bonus points. Red Rangers, our last marble in this qualifying. There he goes down those stairs, and everyone holds their breath as he tackles funnel number 1. 11 seconds in, more than halfway through that first dish. Can he beat Salty Scrooge's time? We're only about to find out. Down that ramp, intensifying the action even more down that green path. He's able to clear it much faster than the other competitors I've seen. And it's just that last funnel and the maze. And then we have a final time down the stairs, down the Plinko maze. And it's 35.68, the second best time. I'm sure if I was a competitor, I would take that spot. Salty Scrooges getting the 2 bonus points with 34.65, and Furious Forsters placing in the bottom 2 once again. Joining him is last week's top qualifier, Spooky Pumpkins. And they're the result of the qualifying, but we can only guess how they will place in tomorrow's race. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and share. If you're new to the channel, please go subscribe and ring that bell icon. We post new races every week, and you'll be the first ones to watch tomorrow's race. I'm Alex B, signing off. We'll see you tomorrow.